Did y'all know Street Outlaws has been canceled? Yes, Discovery Media and the production team behind Street Outlaws, the long-running series that's been on for like 13 years now, it's over. It's done. The announcement was made public a couple of months ago. Currently, we're in, I believe it's the 7th season that's airing right now on Discovery. If you don't watch, I watch with my husband. He got me into watching this show, and now I'm all into it. We watch every Monday night on Discovery. I started watching with him a few years ago, and I was immediately drawn to Lizzie Musey. She was a force to be reckoned with. She had been diagnosed with cancer, so I immediately started following her along her journey and her battle with cancer. I was heartbroken when Lizzie lost her battle with cancer back in 2024, so watching them dedicate this most recent season to Lizzie is just, I don't know, it's just a beautiful moment. And we're getting to see Lizzie racing her final races this season, which is also, it's really bittersweet. It really is. The most recent episode, we've been watching her and Kai's fallout, and Jeffrey Earnhardt made his debut on the most recent episode, which was really interesting to watch. Now, a lot of the current cast, former cast, I guess you could say now, of Street Outlaws, like Murder Nova, for one, they all do public YouTube channels, and they all have their public social medias where they post updates and things like that. At the beginning of the series, when Street Outlaws first started, I think it was kind of against the rules per the production, where they wasn't really allowed to have their own platforms where they could speak openly and put out their own content. But within the past couple of few years, they've all come out with their own YouTube channels and different platforms where they post different and various content. They give updates and things like that. Murder Nova was given an update saying that they're not done racing yet. They've been trying to do all the races that the production had canceled previously. They also mentioned that Kai was downsizing and trying to sell out. I did see that Kai purchased some kind of dirt track, so he is trying to, I guess, start the dirt track racing scene. Paige Coughlin recently reacted to the news of Street Outlaws being done, the end of an era. This is what Drag Illustrated had to say about it. DragIllustrated.com reports Paige Coughlin reflects on No Prep King's experience, looks ahead after Outlaws era ends. The news that Speed Promotions and Racing has officially canceled the remainder of its 2025 schedule sent shockwaves through the drag racing world. Lord, can I talk? This week, the group behind Street Outlaws, No Prep Kings, and most recently the Outlaws touring series effectively brought one of the most impactful eras in modern drag racing to a sudden close. For many fans, it feels like the end of an era for the racers who poured their hearts into it. It's even more personal. One of those racers is 24-year-old Paige Coughlin, who jumped on social media to share her thoughts just hours after the announcement. Coughlin, the daughter of former NHRA Pro Mod world champion Troy Coughlin Sr. and a third-generation member of one of drag racing's most storied families, didn't dwell on disappointment. Instead, she spoke with gratitude. Those last two races at US 131 and Maple Grove have officially canceled, Paige said in her video. I just wanted to say that we're not done racing yet, and to say a massive thank you to every single fan that has cheered me and Team Golden Child on over the past 3 years since I've made my debut in the Outlaw Racing Series. I've had such a blast, and meeting you guys has just been such a surreal experience. The Outlaw series may have been short-lived compared to NPK's, No Prep Kings, long television run, but the drivers like Coughlin It represented a dream realized. She grew up watching many of the stars of the show on TV, and then in just a few short years found herself racing against them. I will absolutely never forget it, she said. This Camaro has taught me so much about driving, and it will always have a special place in my heart. Thank you to all the drivers who welcomed me with open arms. Competing with you is actually a dream come true. It's easy to forget how quickly Coughlin carved her path. Just a few years ago, she was contemplating the traditional Coughlin route, NHRA competition, and big money bracket racing. But a trip to National Trail Raceway to watch No Prep Kings flipped the switch. Instead of the Super Comp or Pro Mod, she drove headfirst into the rough and rowdy world of no prep racing, buying her 92 Camaro and naming it Golden Child. For Paige, the announcement closes one chapter, but insists it's not the end of her story. We're going to get together over the next couple of days and figure out what's next for us, she told her fans. We're still building a new car, so we're definitely far from done racing. Are y'all shocked by this? Now, they did say the reason behind the whole canceling of the series was because they wasn't selling tickets. Now, if you don't watch the show I'm about to put you on, normally they go to different race tracks and they drag race and they sell tickets, which were pretty pricey. Like a couple of years ago, we were actually going, and then when we got there, my cheap self was like, I'm not paying $60 to go watch a drag race. I'm sorry, not today, fella. So we did get to hear it, but I'm not doing it. Like, I'm not doing it. There was no way in me was I going to spend $60. Child, you ain't that exciting to me. I mean, that's me in my opinion. But they wasn't selling tickets. Pretty sure that's probably why. Because can't nobody afford that. We can barely afford to live these days. There are more people out here, more Americans living paycheck to paycheck than not. So at some point, somebody's going to have to put that into consideration when you're attempting to sell tickets to an event. I think you would sell more if you priced them for cheaper. And probably make more in the long run. But that's just me being someone with a business background. Like 5 years of business and marketing classes in college. I'm just saying. But what do I know? I just know that Street Outlaws is donezo. It's over. It's canceled. The end of an era. So your favorite Street Outlaw racers, you can, I guess, follow them on social media. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Now, I've also heard, by the way, that your favorite racers are currently looking for people to sponsor their new cars that apparently they just got. Because I'm sure they was thinking, oh, we're going to continue this era. We're going to keep racing. Some of them decided to upgrade. Now they stuck with that, and they just ain't got nothing to do with it. No funds to do anything with it. They're asking and begging for sponsors. Begging for people to pay for their upgrades of their car. Interesting to me. Who's your favorite Street Outlaw racer? I'm curious. Don't forget to like and share this video. Also, subscribe to my channel. I'll keep you up to date with the latest and greatest. Everything going on in the headlines. Everything that I'm currently watching in my household. I'm going to keep you up to date. I love you for watching. I'll see you in my next video or in the comments below.